Hey everybody, it's HaloMan27, and this is Pokemon Leaf Green. This is the 11th of my Let's Plays that I am doing. This is Generation 1 of Pokemon, but it was remade in Generation 3, in case you don't know, which I'm sure most of you probably do. I do own the copy of Fire Red, which contains my personal file, so I do actually have 2 copies of this game with me right now. Well, technically. This is Leaf Green, so there are a couple exclusives and stuff like that. I'll probably talk a little bit more about those in the future. But for now, I did not read any of that text whatsoever. Hello there, glad to meet you. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Oak. People affectionately refer to me as the Pokemon Professor. This world is inhabited far and wide by creatures called Pogemon. For some people, Pokemon are pets, others use them for battling. As for myself, I study Pokemon as a profession. But first, tell me a little about yourself. Now, tell me, are you a boy or are you a girl? I considered playing as both of these because, technically in Fire Red, like, it makes sense for me to play as the boy who's red. In Leaf Green, it makes sense to play as the girl who technically is Leaf in this game, but I would still call Green anyway. But in the end, I think I decided I'm gonna play as a boy. And I'm going to name myself after me, of course. So I will be Rick this game. Yep, there I am. So your name is Rick. Yes, it is, in fact. This is my grandson. He's been your rival since you both were babies. What was his name now? Is it Ass Clown? I'm pretty sure it's Ass Clown. That's from an old animated video, if anyone has not seen it. Although, in this game, I am going to be naming him after a friend of mine from one of my previous schools. He, my rival, will be called Tape. If you don't know who Tape is, I mentioned him in one of my Skyward Sword videos. You should go check out that Let's Play. I consider it to be one of the better ones I've ever done. But my rival in this game shall be Tape. I remember now, his name is Tape. Who names their kid Tape? Gah! Rick, your very own Pokemon legend is about to unfold. A world of dreams and adventures with Pokemon awaits. Let's go! And suddenly, I've become this thing. What am I doing? Oh, I'm playing NES. Time to go, though. First things first, if you come over here and you check this PC, what would you like to do? Item storage, withdraw items. We have a potion for us. A potion will heal you for 20 HP, or it'll heal you a Pokemon, which can be useful because for some reason sometimes the first fight can give people trouble. Let's talk to our mom. Mom, right, all boys leave home someday. It said so on TV. Oh yes, Professor Oak next door was looking for you. Where could he be? And you can't run yet in this game. You need to wait until a certain point and then you can start running. But instead of going to the lab where he would likely be, I'm just gonna peace out of here, cause why not? Hey, wait! Don't go out! What? It's dangerous to go alone. I mean, it's unsafe. Wild Pokemon live in tall grass. You need your own Pokemon for your protection. I know. Here, come with me. Okay, I will. But then again, he implied he's gonna give me a Pokemon, and I like Pokemon! What up, Professor? Oh, it's Tape! Gramps, I'm fed up with waiting. Shut up, Tape. Let me think. Oh, that's right, I told you to come. Just wait. Here, Rick. There are 3 Pokemon here. Haha! The Pokemon are held inside these Pokeballs. When I was young, I was a serious Pokemon trainer. But now, in my old age, I have only these 3 left. You can have one. Go on, choose. Hey, Gramps, no fair. What about me? Be patient, Tape. You can have one too. Okay, well, first of all, I'm sure you're probably familiar with the Gen 1 Pokemon, but if not, Bulbasaur is the first one. I would go into more detail, but my brain is like not having any of that. Squirtle is the second one. I'm sure you guys have seen all this. If you want to know more about these Pokemon, this will probably not be the best walkthrough of all time. Chances are you'll probably want to look at sites like Cerebi.net or Bulbapedia, or even go to Chuggaconroy's Pokemon Let's Play for a little bit more detail. I'll probably go over Pokemon along the different routes and stuff like that, but not quite into mega hyper detail. But for this Pokemon Let's Play, I'm going to be taking Squirtle. Squirtle is my Pokemon of choice for this playthrough. The Pokemon is really quite energetic. Rick received the Squirtle from Professor Oak. Do you want to give a nickname to this Squirtle? Yes! In fact, if you know your Pokemon Generation 1, like I do, and like most would, you would know Squirtle evolves into Wartortle, and then eventually Blastoise. And if you guys recall from my very old Super Smash Bros. Brawl Let's Play, which I'm sure you do not, so I'll probably bring up the scene. I'm naming it after my brother, the Sleeping City, because my brother, the Sleeping City, is a Blastoise. And if you still have no idea what I mean, I will totally play that clip for you, and then you will understand.
Great.
I just realized,
It's just okay.
with how you have that mic set, you look like a Blastoise.
How so?
You know how he has like the pumps that go over his shoulders? You got the mic over your
I
shoulders.
got my microphone pump action going on.
You're like a half mic Blastoise.
Oh, I should have done bungee like this.
That would have been so much cooler.
But with that, we got our first Pokemon. We have Squirtle. In this first little bit of the game, you do not have very much separating your Pokemon. Like, they all kind of are the same. If a wild Pokemon appears, your Pokemon can battle it. With it at your side, you should be able to reach the next town. Okay, off we go. Wait, Rick, let's check out our Pokemon. Come on, I'll take you on. Okay. Silly Tape. Rival Tape would like to battle. Rival Tape sent out Bulbasaur. He automatically picks the counter to your Pokemon, but that is okay. Oh, for Pete's sake, so pushy as always. Rick, you've never had a Pokemon battle before, have you? I mean, maybe once or twice, but okay. I mean, rather than talking about it, you'll learn more from experience. Try battling and see for yourself. Okay, I'm gonna use Tackle, because using Tail Whip would just be a mistake. Inflicting damage on the foe is the key to any battle. Bulbasaur used Tackle. Now, don't get me wrong, stat-lowering moves and stuff like that can be quite useful in the later on game. Chances are I won't use much of them just because I typically play very much, like, mega offensively in Pokemon games. But I find in this first battle especially, if you use those moves, you just, like, it just messes you over. Because it's like, oh, you slightly lower their defense, and then they kill you because you attacked one less time than them. And it's like, oh, okay. But there he goes. We wrecked that Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur is considered the easiest Pokemon in this game to use because Bulbasaur is good against the most number of gyms. Charmander being the hardest because Charmander's less good against most of the gyms. And Squirtle's kind of the in-between. I mean, obviously it's more so preference because you can win with any of them. I personally used to use Charizard in every playthrough ever. But for this one, because the Sleeping City is Blastoise, I could not refuse taking the Squirtle. I'll make my Pokemon battle to toughen it up. Rick, Gramps, smell you later! Which, I saw this hilarious comic, and it's, he says smell you later, and then in, like, the next frame, it's him, like, hiding behind you, like, sniffing you, and it was hilarious. Look, look! I copied what it said on one of the Trainer Tips signs. Trainer Tips! Press start to open the menu. Here is the menu. From here you can look at your Pokemon. You can look in your bag. Your bag has multiple slots for Pokeballs, key items, and then regular items. You can look at your trainer badge. This shows you your money, your time played, the badges that you have. You can flip it over and this can be edited, but I will probably not do that at any point. The Pokeballs at the bottom, I don't think you can even change those until the end of the game. Obviously you have your save and your options. I'm just gonna quickly turn up the text speed because I want that to be a little bit quicker. And with this, we're gonna step off into Route 1. Route 1 is the first Pokemon route. Here you can find the Pokemon Pidgey and the Pokemon Rattata. Oh, what do we got? First things first, here is a Rattata. Rattata is a stupid little mouse thing that is so freaking but I've always wanted to find a shiny Rattata. Shiny Pokemon. Hopefully I'll find one this playthrough. If not, you have a very low chance of encountering a shiny version of a Pokemon in the wild. And they are no stats better, they are just different and super rare. I would love to find a shiny Pokemon. I've always dreamed of finding a shiny Rattata, leveling it up to 100 without evolving it, and then just making it spam Quick Attack. Because, I don't know, it's one of those stupid things that I've always just kind of wanted to exist. There's no method to the madness. But, here we have a Pokemon Center. Pokemon Centers are where you can go to heal up your Pokemon. And I want to heal up my Squirtle because that Rattata got a very convenient critical hit, which was super lame. We've restored your Pokemon to full health. Hope to see you again. Now, the dream is that we don't encounter a shiny on our freaking first time encountering that route, because all your item needs fulfilled. Pokemon Mart, also known as the Pokemart. Hey, you come from Pallet Town? You know Professor Oak, right? His order came in. Can I get you to take it back to him? I received Oak's parcel from the Pokemart clerk. I put Oak's parcel in the key items pocket. Now, obviously, we're gonna go deliver this because that's the only real goal we've been given so far this game. They have not given us much direction as far as where to go. So we can actually hop down these ledges. As you can see, these ledges are one way. I am trying to keep it somewhat walkthrough-ish-esque, and I will hopefully potentially do a better job with the whole Pokemon explaining thing later on. But right now, I will admit I might have come into this Pokemon Let's Play a little bit unprepared. I do have some stuff going for me though. Who knows? I'll see how it goes. I'll see how it goes as time goes on. Hey, Professor Oak. Oh, Rick, how was my old Pokemon? Well, I mean, I left 5 minutes ago, so not much different. You must be talented as a Pokemon trainer. What's that? You have something for me? Delivered. Oak's parcel. Yeah. Ah, it's the custom Pokeball. I had it on order. Thank you, Gramps. I almost forgot. What did they call me for? Oh, right. I have a request for you two. On the desk, there is my invention, the Pokédex. It automatically records data on Pokemon you've seen or caught. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. Rick and Tape, take these with you. Rick received the Pokédex from Professor Oak. You can't get the detailed data on Pokemon just by seeing them. You must catch them to attain complete data. So here are some tools for catching wild Pokemon. Received 5 Pokeballs. Rick put the Pokeballs in the Pokeballs pocket. When a wild Pokemon appears, it's fair game. Just throw a Pokeball at it and try to catch it. This won't always work, however. A healthy Pokemon can escape. You have to be lucky. To make a complete guide on all the Pokemon in the world, that was my dream. But I'm too old. I can't get the job done, so I want you two to fulfill my dream for me. Get moving, you two. This is a great undertaking in Pokemon history. Alright, Gramps, leave it all to me. Rick, I hate to say it, but you won't be necessary for this. I know. I'll borrow a town map from my sis. I'll tell her not to lend you one, Rick. Ha 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 ha! Don't bother coming around to my place after this. Well, I think we know where we're going. Exactly where our rival told us not to. Straight to his house. What up? It's the only other house that's not ours, so it can't be that hard to find. Hello! Grandpa asked you to run an errand. Gee, that's lazy of him. Here, this will help you. And we get a town map from Daisy. Daisy, of course, being Tape's sister. Now we can begin our journey for reals with the ability to catch Pokemon and stuff like that. For example, well, I was gonna get into a battle and then show what catching a Pokemon looks like, and then I remembered instead. Pidgey! Hello, Pidgey! I'm gonna smack you around a bit. Tackle! Blah! That did considerably less damage than I expected it to. I was hoping for City to just like wreck this Pidgey. But he did not. I believed, and my trust was misplaced. How could you? Tackle! It's okay. Ultimately, we came out ahead. As you can see, we are level 7. With every level up, you gain some stats. These stats are all predetermined based on a few different things. Your stats go up based on your EVs and IVs. IVs are something every Pokemon has, you just can never see them. EVs are something every Pokemon gets from using specific items or for killing specific Pokemon or defeating specific Pokemon. Every kind of Pokemon has specific EVs associated with it, so when you beat that Pokemon or participate in beating that Pokemon, I believe, you get some EVs of their specific kind, and that helps you become the best. You can specifically train to max out certain stats using these EVs. IVs, like I said, are predetermined from the Pokemon's birth. So every randomly generated Pokemon has their own set of IVs that you just have to accept. But EVs, like I said, you can train. I will not be doing that in this Let's Play, as I'm not trying to make a competitive team. But I do have a plan for a full team of 6, and they will do their own things. Now, the last thing I want to do before I end off this episode is there's an old man right here. Well, now I've had my coffee, and that's what I need to get going. What is that red box you have? Oh, so you're working on your Pokedex. And let me give you a word of advice. Whenever you catch a Pokemon, the Pokedex automatically updates its data. You don't know how to catch a Pokemon? I suppose I had better show you then. Where did this Weedle come from? We can't even encounter Weedle here. Where did this old man get this random Weedle? I do not understand. Old man, please. Why do you expect to catch full health Weedle with one Pokeball? This is such a risk. You're doing a terrible job demonstrating. 2, 3, click. Well, he got it. Big surprise. It's like this cutscene was made this way. Now tell me, that was educational, was it not? And here, take this too. Obtain the Teachy TV. Put the Teachy TV in the key items pocket. If there's something you don't understand, watch that. It will teach you about the basics of becoming a Pokemon trainer. Okay, and with that, in the next episode, we will properly begin our journey, because in this one we just kind of ran some errands and stuff like that. But in the next episode, we may actually catch our second party member. So look forward to that, because we will be heading over to the left, over this way to Route 22? Route 22, and we will catch a Pokemon in that there grass. Who it will be, we do not know, but we will find out in the next episode. So this has been HaloMan27. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye, everybody.